7. Play action, a blitz, a throw out right. Catch, fullback, Marcel Reese. Nobody on this side of the field. Midfield 40. He may go 30, 20, 10, 5. Touchdown! Raiders!
Marcel Reese and the Raiders with the nail in the coffin of the Broncos on Sunday. Welcome to the press conference live, everybody. Dave Benz alongside Bill Romanowski. Okay, Bill.
That was a fullback, right?
That was a fullback. That's pretty good, huh?
Nice.
It was a weird day yesterday in the NFL. You had Reese's touchdown run, which wasn't as unlikely as what we saw in the Sunday night game. Dan Conley going 71 yards, an offensive lineman on a kick return. You had the Deshaun Jackson punt return for a touchdown and a game. Strange day in the NFL. At the end of it, the playoff picture's starting to take shape a little bit. And you know what? The Oakland Raiders, they don't have a great chance, but they still have a chance.
Well, the fact that they still have a chance, I like. And it's not pretty. You know, I think we sit here, me personally, I'm frustrated, you know, because this is a team that I think surely should have won this division, and they didn't. They don't have it won. They have a chance, but it's a long shot, outside chance. But I sit here frustrated because this is a team that has the talent, that made great strides this year, but they're not there. And, you know, we all want them to be there right now.
Well, you think of 2 wins right off the top of your head that should have been, or 2 games, I guess, that should have been in the win column. They should have beaten the Miami Dolphins. They should have beaten the Arizona Cardinals. And you can even throw the San Francisco 49ers into that mix.
I throw last week against Jacksonville. You play as well as they did. You score as many points. And all of a sudden in the second half, you sit back and you're not attacking on defense, and you let them get going with Maurice Jones-Drew and David Garrard. So frustrating. It really is. And that's the game of football right there. I think there's a lot of frustrated teams right now. I mean, I saw Tom Brady last night, you know, and I just saw this frustration on his face, like, how come we didn't blow out this team? We let them stay alive, and they scored points, and they drove the ball, and it took a lot of effort. But the great teams find a way to win those kind of games. That's the difference between the Oakland Raiders right now and the Kansas City Chiefs. Kansas City has found a way to win some of those close games.
Well, and you see a little bit of the inexperience creeping in for the Oakland Raiders. Yeah, they do have a lot of veteran guys in this locker room, but they also got a lot of young guys. Take a look at some of the stats from this game yesterday, and you can see when this team is on its game, they are capable of putting up unbelievable numbers. And Darren McFadden having a fantastic season. Paul Gutierrez said last night on Sportsnet Central, Darren McFadden MVP candidate. He's probably not going to get the love nationally because the Broncos at 7-7 really aren't on the national radar. But if you really look at what he's done this year, he deserves to at least be in that conversation.
To relieve him on the inside running game, and you have a really nice combination. But you see the explosion and the speed he has, and he runs with such confidence. And when he takes off now, you know, you look at that spin move. I've never seen a move like that from him. And you know, and he's been doing it game in and game out. And I think there were 2 games that were really a struggle for him, and that was the Miami game and the Pittsburgh game. But other than that, he has been a dominant force. I can catch, and really, he can run on reverses. This guy has all of a sudden taken that leap, that giant leap as a rookie into being a pro. And it's pretty exciting to see when you have a guy who can run as fast as him, that can make some moves and really you know, electrify this offense the way he has done the second half of this year.
Yeah, been a whole lot of fun to watch, that's for sure. Jacoby Ford, a short time ago, met the media in the Raiders locker room in Alameda, and let's take you there now to listen in.
We don't know. Oh, the play?
That play that you were going to run it.
I mean, we ran the play all week.
But that you knew that was going to be the first play of the game?
I didn't know until the game.
Until the game? Oh, okay.
Yeah, I didn't know it was going to be the first play until the game. Because the list kind of changes every once in a while.
Okay.
What happened on the second one that you were going to run where They gave the hand
I
up to
think the linebacker kind of blew it up a little bit, and by the time I came around, I think Darren saw me and he couldn't really get the pitch off, and the guy, I think he knocked it down.
When you look at the film, and I'm not sure if you have, was it there?
Yeah, it probably would have been another touchdown or definitely a big game because it was just one guy back there,
Right.
and I had Jason leading, and then Zach was out there also as well. So it definitely would have been a big game or a touchdown.
Getting used to scoring these touchdowns, big plays, is old hat now.
I'm just out there playing football. I'm excited about it, and it's just I'm honored, to be able to be put in that position, just to go out there and make the big plays that are needed, and any way that I can to help this football team.
Did you expect to make this kind of impact, coming in, and when you showed up at camp and all, in your mind, could you envision what's happened?
Well, I came in with the mindset, I didn't know how the season was going to go. I didn't know what my role was going to be, so I was prepared to take on any role, whether it was just going to be special teams or playing just a little bit or even not even playing at all. But, I'm just glad that I'm, just getting the opportunity to go out there and make big plays. And, the more and more that I keep doing, the more trust, the offensive staff, they gain trust in me and my teammates. So I just go out there and just playing, just having fun.
You notice any difference in the defense that they're approaching you
The
now?
fourth-round pick out of Clemson.
And to me, when I look at yesterday's game, it was one of the more complete on offense, to where it seemed like we had a lot of different guys that chipped in to the win. And, here, running the football. He did this a few times, getting out of the pocket, and I think he's got to do more of that, and dumping off to guys like Zach Miller, to Marcel Reese, Darren McFadden. This is what I think is real important for this football team. And when you look at, the difference between where we have been in quarterback past with the Raiders and now, I think there's a bright light at the end of the tunnel. And I think Jason Campbell is kind of taking that torch and saying, you know what? This is my job. This is my team. And I feel really good about what's going on here, and I want to be the guy of the future.
Yeah, and I don't know that the Raiders are looking at Jason Campbell as the guy of the long-term future, but he's the guy for the next couple of years that maybe they can go ahead and try and get a young guy out of the draft that they can bring in a backup role to play behind Jason Campbell, that they could develop into the long-term quarterback of the future. And that's a nice luxury to have because they certainly weren't there a year ago. Yeah. Let's listen into that now.
How do you think yesterday you guys just responded and really stepping up as a unit?
I thought we responded well. Came out and really turned up the heat in the second half there, and just the overall execution was better. Not quite as much stuff was left out on the field in the second half. Able to finish plays and really finish the deal, and obviously seal the game up like we did.
And speaking of finishing plays, you guys are instrumental when you're watching McFadden just kind of break it up out there. What's it like for you watching a teammate like that achieve such success?
Oh, it's awesome. Take great pride in that as being an offensive lineman, seeing your running back rush like that, and he's such a hard runner, and running over people, making great cuts, great reads, and it's fun when you got a back that can do that.
And as for you guys, the O-linemen, do you feel like yesterday everyone's just talking about? It just seemed like everything was coming together. Are you guys feeling that too? And what is it like as a part of it as you guys are kind of coming about and creating all these opportunities out there?
Yeah, it's great. It's great when the group can come together like that, and I say the best offensive lines are the best. Have the best cohesion, so to say, work as one group instead of 5 different positions. They can work as one solid line. So, and when you start having success running the ball like that, it starts to come together, and you feel that.
Thank you. Thanks for your time. Appreciate it.
Yeah.
Good afternoon, everybody, and welcome to Oakland, California.